Even before social distancing, they've been living in their mom's basement. Here's the nice guys on business.
Hi, Strickland's mom. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, hi, Doug.
And I know it's hard to do this because, parents, it's very challenging when I ask this question, but do you have a favorite between the two?
Yeah, Strick's my favorite.
Oh, I hope guys not listening to this Nice Guys on Business podcast. Wow.
I have a question for you. Since we have you on the show, I thought I might just ask you, just a couple of questions about Strickland and his youth. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Okay, great. Was Strickland, was he a troubled child, or was he somebody that was always was he always on the good side of the law?
Well.
When you decide to be something, you can be it. That's what they don't tell you in the church. When I was your age, they would say we could become cops or criminals. Today, what I'm saying is this. When you're facing the nice guys on business, what's the difference? The funny thing is, on the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. But then I had to listen to the fuckery of the nice guys on business to learn to be a crook. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
The Zoom algorithm is rather good lately and not echoing and doing all kinds of weirdness and shit.
I haven't had anybody have any issues with recording unless they just completely show up with like, hey, I have my here's my tin can and my string. Where do I plug in the string? I don't know where to plug in the string.
And then they put their microphone right next to the speaker, pointing into the speaker. Yeah.
Hey, I have an Airstream update. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Airstream update. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to hear is an Airstream update. Airstream is now officially in my backyard.
Did you had to grab a couple of elephants and tied ropes to them and drag it back there?
Well, we did it the easy way. We just hired a helicopter to lift it up. Very inexpensive. Very inexpensive to do it that way. My next door neighbor Richard is a saint. He is just the nicest. When you think about who you want as the ideal next door neighbor, it's the husband has every tool that you could possibly have that you need. He has every skill set under the sun as a career that he did for 40 years, 50 years. The wife, not to be stereotyping, but the wife bakes bread that is ridiculously good, desserts. They have family night for Sunday, and oftentimes we'll get invited to family night. I mean, we have the ideal next door neighbors.
Nice.
And
I've actually, no, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. And he has a very large pickup truck that has one of those trailer hitches on the back. And, if it was a small trailer, that would be one thing. But this thing is over between the front and the back. It's over 30 feet long, and it had to be basically dragged over an entire field that was filled with like potholes and gopher mounds and all sorts of things. We had to dismantle my fence. I mean, so he and his entire family is helping me do this.
That's crazy.
So we got
but it's there. It's in the backyard.
It is in the backyard, and it is it's crazy good. And right now, so I'm working on the plumbing, electrical, and making sure that all the leaks are, not that I'll know until December when we get our next rain here in California, but I'm working on all the things that have to be done in order to get it ready for people to stay in there like they didn't need to use our house. Like tonight, Michael and Krista, our friends, Michael Neely and Krista, they are actually staying in it. They'll be our first guests to stay in the Airstream.
Oh, they're actually going to be in the Airstream.
Yeah, I have the plumbing run, but it is not hooked up to a septic tank. So I said, you're allowed to pee, you just can't poop. Because if you do, it's just going to drop out into the yard.
But most importantly, is there air conditioning?
Yes, there is air conditioning. The air conditioning, that was the first thing I made sure was tuned up and ready to go.
So you got air out there and electricity out there, and it's
Cheers.
where it's going to
Cheers,
be.
by the way.
And you're
Cheers.
drinking your Michelob Ultra heavy water, basically.
Right.
It's not really light beer; it's heavy water because there's just
they're about the same weight. The same way I'm holding a bottle of water in my other hand. For those that are not seeing video,
my next door neighbor came by the other day and said, "Hey, we have to install a storm door, or we want to install a storm door." And the architectural committee says we have to get our next door neighbors sign off. And I'm like, yeah, just whatever. Tell me what to say.
Right.
They brought me cookies, and so I love cookies. So I'm like, oh, that's great.
They brought you cookies with the bribery form.
Exactly, 100%. And they said, yeah, and we got to talk to our neighbors on the other side. Like we haven't even talked to them. We don't even know who they are. Like they've been here a year and a half, and they haven't even talked. I mean, I'm not that friendly with my neighbors, but I've at least talked to my neighbors on both sides.
You know what really gets you quickly into the communication loop with your neighbors is if you have a pet that goes outside. Because anytime, like we don't have dogs, but we have 5 cats, almost like 6 cats, really kind of 7 cats. It's ridiculous. I mean, many of them are outside cats, but because JJ feeds them gourmet raw food, they come a running at dinner time. So, we're always trying to make sure that they're safe and they're in someone's house at night. All except one go inside at night. And
do they all have trackers or just Winter?
Just Winter. Just Winter. Winter's the only.
I imagine this radar screen, right? It's like NORAD. You've got these like, where are all the cats all over the neighborhood? Beep. Exactly.
Like air traffic control.
Exactly.
Roger, we have 1 cat in the safe zone right now. We have 1 cat at 1340 degrees. Roger. Giggity. Yeah, we do have a lot of cats. Hold on, I gotta lower the lights in here a little bit. I was a little hot on my lighting.
You have like dimmer switches there at your controls.
Yeah, I have a cheap LED floor lamp, but it really does a good job for like side lighting for my webcam. And I don't want to have to get up and go to the switch to turn it on and off. So I just got this small little remote for it.
Dude, I remember in my old house, I put a ceiling fan up in my bedroom, right? And it had the wiring, and it's like, okay, we got to wire this and that, and then so you can have a switch for the on off, and then for the light and the separate, and it's all this wiring shit. And I'm like, fuck, that's fucking complicated. I'm not handy, right?
Right.
But it came with a remote,
right?
So basically, I just took the 2 power wires and I didn't actually have electricity up in the ceiling, right up in my attic.
Yeah.
But I had 2 wires that were going to the light switch in the attic. Mm-hmm. So I basically snipped those, stole the electricity, and I just had electricity going to it constantly. And I just used the remote. I'm like, that's the dumb way to do it.
That's good. I'm hoping when you said you snipped it, I'm assuming you did turn off the power before you clipped the wires.
Well, the second time, after I got back from the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever rewired this Airstream, because it has been through 1 renovation already. I'm doing the second one. Whoever rewired it just left everything that was already there in the walls. So it's like they just clipped it and kind of tucked it away. I'm like, no, because the next guy that either owns this or doesn't have the schematic, if it's the current guy and a new contractor comes in, I don't know which wires are hot and which wires aren't. So I assume I'm just going to unplug every time I do any work. I'm unplugging everything in the Airstream. I can't have the air conditioner on if I'm doing any electrical work because I'm concerned that, hey, it's not only the AC circuit, but it could be on another circuit.
You never know.
I think it's very important. What is the third rule of rock and roll? Don't get dead. Isn't one of them?
No, that's the first rule of rock and roll. That's the most important one.
Oh, okay. So first rule of rock and roll is don't get dead. Second rule of rock and roll, if you're paying, I'm playing, right? Mm-hmm. Third rule of rock and roll, what is it?
If you can't fix it with duct tape, throw away and buy a new one.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's all I can handle right now.
Well, the fourth rule of rock and roll is the more you drink, the better we sound.
Oh, okay.
That's an easy one to remember.
I do like you said we took a lot of requests.
We want to thank everybody. We're just coming off a break. We took a lot of requests. We got a lot of requests while we were on break, but we're going to keep playing anyway. We're going to come back and do another set anyway. Yeah.
Oh God. Hey, I would like to do a Nice Guys merch update. Oh shit, we also have to do a commercial too.
Oh shit, I forgot about the commercial.
Yeah,
Hey, welcome
right.
back. Welcome back. By the way, my name's Strickland. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hello.
It's kind of weird. I got to tell you, not hearing you like right in my ear.
Yeah.
Like it's like the pace, the cadence feels a little off. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying. I've got to get that cable fixed for next time.
The other thing that, well, wait a second. Is it the cable that's running from your, because I see that you still have the cable plugged into your mic. Is it that cable, or like try plugging your headphones directly to your microphone?
Nah, I'm not worried about it. I took him into the other room. It's not a big deal. It's just, it's interesting that the little things, like I remember when Black Tie went into the studio to do demo recording for our video demo, right? And we had always done them live, right? And I had played, 1,000 gigs at that time, right? So I go in and it's a studio, so they record the drums, right? And then they record the guitar separate. And so I got headphones on and I'm trying to play and I'm like listening and I'm like, man, it just doesn't sound right. Like I'm just not grooving, right? I didn't realize how much I was used to having a drummer right in my ear. And it's different from just having headphones on and you just listen to music, right? It's a whole different thing. It was really hard for me to kind of get in the groove, the studio thing versus the live. So no big deal. It's just the things you don't think about.
I think the other thing that's challenging when you don't have earbuds or headphones on, I'm an earbud wearer. I know you're a headphone wearer, but the thing that's challenging to me is I don't hear me when I don't have my earbuds in. And a lot of people say, I don't like the sound of my voice. I'm like, I like the sound. I like the sound of my voice.
I don't like the sound of my voice, but you get used to it after
maybe
doing
that's what it is. My voice
Yeah.
sucks, but I'm used to hearing myself for 1,500 episodes. So I don't, if I'm just doing this, oh God, that doesn't sound, I don't like that at all.
It just sounds weird because you're not hearing yourself.
Yeah. I hear a little bit of not an echo from the speakers, but the room echo I hear.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm okay with earbuds. I just like on the plane, like I love my Bose noise canceling on the plane. It just makes such a huge difference when you're flying. It's so quiet.
You've owned, to my recollection, you've only owned 2 pairs of those throughout your entire lifetime. Is that right?
3, I think. Yeah, because I started with the Bose Series 2. Like it's got to be 20 years ago. Yeah, I think I've had 3.
Well, I have my my earbuds, my Bose noise canceling earbuds, which aren't quite as good as the headphones, but I've probably had those for 15 years.
Wow.
And I mean, the plastic is actually peeling off of the cord. The cord is so old. Damn, it's not. It hasn't been abused. I handle all of my my electronics very gently, but at the same time, it's like these things have been great. I've loved having them.
And if they break, I mean, I don't know if you know, if you take it back to Bose, they're like, oh yeah, they replace it like super cheap.
I don't even know if they we invented those somewhere around the date of fire. Oh yeah, no, not fire. Sorry, that came around the wheel time. That's right. So those headphones are kind of old. And that's okay. I like my old headphones.
So merch update.
Yeah, so merch update. So did you see the Facebook post with Emily? Emily bought a mug and a t-shirt, and it looks great. Both of those. Emily, by the way, it looks great on you. It also looks great. The design is perfect. And the picture that you took was really good too, because she held the mug up and kind of out in front of her. So it looked like this giant mug. You could see half of her face, and you could see the Podcastologist t-shirt. She is in full outfit, full regalia.
I know. I love that. It does look great. And if she wasn't married, I would probably say that shirt would look even better on my bedroom floor. But, I don't want to upset Jason. I would never say that. We'll just edit that out.
That is hard. You are not going to edit that out, and you know it.
You're right. I'm not going to edit it out.
Sorry, Emily. Let me apologize for Strickland's misgivings. Well, since it's not a election year for Strickland, anything that he does that's illegal could probably go under the radar. But anything that he does during an election year, we all know that.
I gotta be more careful during election time. Yes, exactly.
So, do you think, not to bring in politics at all, but I'm going to bring in politics for a second. Do you think that there would be any shot that Biden's son Hunter would have been either indicted or convicted of the crime had it not been just on the tail end of Donald Trump getting indicted and convicted on felony charges?
Look, I know every Fox News listener thinks it's all fucking conspiracy shit, right? And Hunter, so for those of you who don't know, Hunter Biden was convicted on all 3 counts, felony counts of lying on a federal application. Ooh, that's scary.
So lying. Well, I don't think it's that one that was so scary. It's not the lying. It's not even the I forget the second one, but what were the 3 charges? One of them was possession of a handgun. I know that.
Really?
Possession of a handgun illegal possession of a handgun.
Oh, okay. Illegal possession of a handgun because he lied on his application. In other words, it's not like he bought a fucking ghost gun to kill somebody. He filled out an application to buy a gun.
Yeah.
And they said, "Are you doing drugs?" And he said, "No." My understanding, I haven't actually looked at the specific charges.
Right so far.
My understanding is that's charge number 1.
Correct.
Which he was guilty of. So he then owned the handgun. Well, because he lied on the application, he illegally owned the handgun. In other words, charge number 1 feeds into charge number 2.
Well,
yeah, look it up.
Tell me
what all the charges were.
But okay, so but before I tell you the 3 charges, and I'll get to those in a second. I pulled those up on whatever CNN site that I have. It is kind of like the 34 counts that I'm not defending Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump could have been charged for 1 count, not each transaction being a count. It's like it not only was it possession of a handgun or conspiracy to possess a handgun illegally, but it was the lying on the government application. Those were 2 of them. So it was possession of. Let me see if I can find the 3 exact charges here.
And by the way, I agree with you. I mean, I love to dig on Trump any opportunity I get, but you're right to say 34 charges. It's like, this is one thing that happened. Okay. It is kind of ridiculous to pile on at 34 charges, but I don't disagree with the fact that he should have been prosecuted for this shit, right? I mean, he shouldn't have been prosecuted for falsifying business information, but for falsifying business information with the intent of influencing an election. That's a fucking big deal.
All right, I can't find the 3. I do know that one of the 3 was lying on the federal application.
Okay, lying to a federally licensed gun dealer.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Who else claiming the application?
Illegally purchasing and possessing a gun while abusing or being addicted to drugs is a violation of federal law. He pleaded not guilty to the 3 charges, though he had been open about his struggles with alcohol. Yeah, you know what? He nailed his own coffin shut on that one because he wrote in his memoir. He's got it. He had text messages that he was exchanging with his ex sister-in-law. Well, his widowed sister-in-law, who he also happened to have an affair with. Also,
oh, I didn't hear about that.
I think that Beau Biden's. I don't even know all the stuff. Anyway,
all the soap opera shit.
It was that wasn't my question. My question, going back to what I originally asked, was: do you think that this would have even been a thing? And in the meantime,
well, I'm still curious about the charges. What were the actual 3 charges? One was lying on a federal form, shit, right?
He is accused of illegally purchasing and possess. So illegally purchasing is one.
Okay, maybe illegally purchasing. And again, illegal. It was only illegal because he lied on the application.
Well, that's important, though.
Okay, whatever. But okay.
I mean, that's important. If you lie on an
application. What if I put my wrong fucking birth date on the goddamn federal form? Are they going to take me to court for that? It's bullshit, but right, okay. I'm okay with it.
Let's look at it slightly differently for a second. Let's just say that you have to be 21 in order to own a gun, and you are 20 in 3 months, and you're like, it's close enough. I'm just gonna lie about my age. I'm gonna put 1963 as opposed to 1964.
Absolutely.
Now, is that illegal?
Prosecute, sure, no problem.
Okay,
but what if I'm 58 and I say that I'm 56? Should I be prosecuted because I lied on a fucking federal form?
I don't think for that reason.
Okay, thank you.
You could say that there was. I'm sorry, I was confused.
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake. The fact that that he answered the. So are you saying?
So the fact that he says, the fact that he lied, giving the answer of "I'm sorry, I was high at the time" is not a good defense. You think?
Well,
I mean, I agree. I'm kidding. I don't think that's a good defense, right?
Well, if somebody says, "Have you committed a crime? Have you committed a Okay, let's use this one. Have you ever committed a felony? And he said, let's just say that he was a felon, but he said no. What isn't it the same thing as were you addicted to drugs?
No, the question I think is important. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? I would say, convicted? Just want to clarify. Convicted?
Right.
Anyway, yes.
Let me go back to my original question.
The bottom line is, did he lie? Yeah, he fucking lied. Okay, absolutely. I get it. Right. And look, they made the choice to take him to court for it. Okay, great. And then the second charge was he has a gun illegally because he lied on his application. Okay, great. You know what? So anybody that says, yes, he should have been prosecuted for all three can't argue that Donald Trump shouldn't get 34 charges for each piece of paper that he signed that was illegal when it was this one thing. But you're right. Let's move on. Well, what was the actual point before I completely derailed us on this?
Well, the question was, and I'll go back to the original question for the fourth time. The original question was,
thank you for keeping count, by the way. I appreciate it.
Would any of this had happened if we weren't in an election year, or if it wasn't on the tail end of Donald Trump getting convicted of the crimes that he of swaying the election?
I believe that I do believe that the prosecution was somewhat politically motivated, but I don't think the timing of Trump being found guilty and then Hunter being found guilty after is I don't think there's any coincidence there. It's just two independent juries. But look, should he have been prosecuted at all? You know what? Anybody that says we shouldn't have prosecuted Trump, but we should have prosecuted Hunter, I'm sorry, that's fucking bullshit. And I'm just going to throw that shit out. So you know what? I don't give a shit. Because if I say, no, Hunter shouldn't have been prosecuted, then it's like, well, Trump shouldn't have been prosecuted either. Yeah, like Hunter Biden's trying to buy a handgun, of which there are like 300 million in the fucking country. And I guarantee you at least 20% of the people that own them have done drugs before, if not more. But how many people have actually falsified business records to try to influence a presidential election? Probably fewer than 20 million or so, I would think. But hey, you know what? Let's keep the standards the same. Fucking prosecute everybody, okay? I am all good with that. So the point is, do I think it's coincidence? Do I think that Hunter, like if the Trump trial hadn't happened, would Hunter have been, you know what? What could have happened, would have happened, should have happened? I don't know. But what kills me is the Republicans a bunch of Republicans are now saying, you know what? This is bullshit. Like, so if he had been found innocent, it would have been okay. Like, no, they think it's bullshit because this is small change. And the real crime is the $18 million that the Bidens, and this isn't just Hunter, collectively, the Bidens have gotten from foreign dignitaries or some shit while Joe Biden was vice president 8 years ago, of which there's no proof of. That's the real crime that they keep pushing on, even though it was supposed to have happened 8 years ago and there is absolutely no proof of it. And by the way, the total of $18 million is probably less than 0.5% of the $2 billion that Donald Trump's fucking son-in-law got from the Saudis. Was it a coincidence that he got that from the Saudis literally on the day of Joe Biden's inauguration? No coincidence there. I'm sure that was all legitimate. And by the way, do you realize that the money that fucking the son-in-law made, Jared Kushner, is estimated to make $250 million a year off of that $2 billion investment? $250 million every year. And they're talking about 18 million that Biden got from somebody that they have no fucking proof of. It's just crazy to me. It's insane that people don't see the hypocrisy in it.
Okay, then.
All right, I guess I'm ready to be off my soapbox. That's what you get for bringing up politics.
No, I was just curious what you thought. I had some opinions too. They might be a slightly differing from yours.
I'm totally open to them. I want to hear them, Doug. I did not mean to take over the conversation.
No, that was fine. I was asking your opinion if you thought that for the fifth time, if you thought that the same scenario would have occurred had we not either been in an election year or Trump. But you've given me the answer. So
no, there's no right answer. I was giving you my opinion.
You've given me your opinion. I'm with you. I think, geez, it's really hard to say. Should he have been convicted? I think that part of it is he should have done either a better job of lying on his application, or he shouldn't have lied and then basically he told the truth in his memoirs and through text messages that he exchanged with Beau's former wife. Also, there was a lot of exchange, and I think maybe with his daughter, I forget, but he exchanged text messages with either his daughter or with Beau Biden's widow that basically contradicted the fact that he definitely was having some drug issues. He was like, having a horrible day, or this is a horrible week, or I don't know if I'm, of value to this world, all the shit. So he probably shouldn't have. He definitely. What the fuck does he need a gun for? Let's go there anyway. Why does he need a gun? Why does he need a gun?
Dude, you are asking the wrong goddamn question right there.
The other question would be
there are more guns in this country than there are people. You realize that?
What is a depressed drug addict need with a gun? What does a depressed drug addict need with a gun? And all I am thinking is no good. I'm thinking is whatever the reason is, he's either protecting himself in case he is going to have a confrontation with a drug dealer or another drug user, or maybe there was issues with financially and he was protecting himself because he's gotten into some drug. If it all relates to drug or illicit activities, my first thought is he's buying the gun for harmful reasons, not for really self-defense as we would know self-defense.
So it would be a really good idea, because I agree with you 100%. Like a background check and a 3-day waiting period before you're allowed to buy a gun. But the Republicans don't want that.
No, that would be fine. I'm all for that. Look, if anybody needs a gun today, this minute, this instant, I think that there is a bigger issue that's at stake here. I'm like, anybody that can't wait.
Hey, that's my Second Amendment. Fuck off, buddy.
I'm not telling you
can't walk into a Walmart at midnight and pick up a fucking gun if I need a fucking gun from Walmart at midnight. And I don't care if I'm drunk, dude. My goddamn Second Amendment right.
You can go into Walmart, and I think this is the case. I don't remember if it differs from state to state, but can't you go into Walmart or any store that has guns and rifles and all that? Can't you walk out with a rifle, but you just can't walk out with a handgun, right?
My understanding, and again, I don't follow this shit because I'm not a gun guy, and I'm also not a guy that says we should ban every fucking gun. But my understanding, yeah. And every state is a little bit different, but I'm pretty sure that you can walk into a Walmart, and as long as you're at least 16 years old, you can walk out with a rifle and ammunition and just go fucking do whatever you want to do.
So if I wanted to buy a rifle for the purpose of picketing at Planned Parenthood, that's not a good reason, right? That's the
thing. The Second Amendment says nothing about needing a good reason. It just says that I have a right to have a fucking gun. So if I walk into Walmart and that pimply faced kid behind the counter says, "Why do you want this gun?" I'm going to tell him to fuck off, because it's none of his goddamn business. And by the way, if there are any listeners that know better than me, which is probably anybody, about the gun laws, I really don't know. It is very possible that there are more restrictions currently nationwide. I have no fucking idea.
Okay, let's move on to more pleasantries, more pleasant topics than politics. Then, so we haven't really done the Robin Hood update. I don't know that we did it at the beginning of June. I don't even remember if we did it at the beginning of May. So I went out on a limb yesterday and I bought $50 twice. So $100 of, you remember the stock, don't you, that I bought?
You did. You told me. Yep.
I saw there was a 10-to-1 split of Nvidia.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's all psychological. It doesn't really matter if, in Robinhood, you can buy fractional stocks. You don't have to buy a share of anything. So I bought $100 of Nvidia.
Mm-hmm.
How is Nvidia doing today? Let me go and see.
Well, because I bought Nvidia like a month and a half ago.
I know you're probably doing really well with your Nvidia stock.
I'm up 4.7%. Now, is that today or is that overall? I don't know.
Okay,
it must be today because Pixelworks is down 0.49%. So it's only 0.5%. And I happen to know that Pixelworks, since I bought it, is down about 50%. So that must just be today.
Jeez. Okay. Nvidia. Here it is. Okay. So Nvidia. I bought $100 worth, and it is up to 115. So I am up $15.07 as of today, and I just bought it yesterday.
Hey, can you? You know what? I'm just going to leave this on. Hold on. My mom is calling. I'm going to put her on. Hold on.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Technical help.
Hey, Mom, what's going on?
Hey, I just went to check into my flight, and it's been changed.
Oh no! Hey, by the way, you're on the air. I'm legally obligated to tell you that you're being recorded on the Nice Guys on Business podcast. I'm talking to Doug right now, but your flight's been changed.
Yes, but I'm instead of leaving at 3 something, I'm leaving at 4:50, and I'm arriving at 7:15.
Okay. I think you were arriving at 7:15 before, I thought. So, okay, we're all good.
No, I thought I was arriving at 6:15. But now I'm arriving at 7:15.
Okay. You want to say hi to Doug?
Yeah, hi, Doug.
Hi, Strickland's mom. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I am, and I'm looking forward to flying into Austin, Texas tomorrow.
All right. Well, I'm in just north of Los Angeles, California. So have a great time with your son, and don't do anything illegal while you're here. Okay.
Don't lie on a federal form to buy a gun because they're going to prosecute for that.
Yeah, no, I'm not a gun owner. Thank you very much. I was going to I got a special treat this spring by buying some fringe buckskin boots that go up to your knees, and I was going to wear them to the airport tomorrow, but I don't know. It's supposed to be 85 degrees in Baltimore, and I know it's even hotter in Texas, so maybe I'll decide on wearing something else.
And Mom, they make you take your shoes off for TSA security.
No, they don't.
Not as a senior.
That's why I knew I could get away with that. After you're 75, and certainly after you're 80, you don't have to take your shoes off.
Really? And I'm paying $89 every 5 years for TSA pre, and you get it free. I love that. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, even when I was wearing, just slip-ons at the airport when I went to Cincinnati recently, they said, "Oh, you don't have to take your shoes off." And I said, "Thank you very much."
Nice.
So I knew I could get away with the boots. Otherwise, you're right, I wouldn't have done it.
I love it.
But anyway, I told Amanda I was going to do that. But I'll have to rethink it. I'll see how the weather is tomorrow. I just thought that would be kind of cheeky to come in high Indian boots to Texas.
You can bring them and wear them during the week if you want.
Okay, I may do that.
Hey,
Okay.
Mom, I got a question for you. Well,
hold on. Well, no, Doug's got a question for you before you go. Hold on.
I have a question for you. Since we have you on the show, I thought I might just ask you, just a couple of questions about Strickland and his youth. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Okay, great. Was Strickland, was he a troubled child, or was he somebody that was always was he always on the good side of the law?
Well, no, he wasn't always on the good side of the law, but he was a good kid. He had a good heart. He still has a good heart. Could
you maybe just expand on that a little bit? I'm just curious.
My mom's going to plead the fifth on that one, and we don't have enough time. It's only an hour-long show.
All right. Well, then I'll ask. I'll ask another question then, because I know you have 2 sons, right?
I do.
Okay, great. Any other kids?
No.
Okay.
Two sons. His younger brother is 18 months younger than he is.
And I know it's hard to do this because, parents, it's very challenging when I ask this question, but do you have a favorite between the two?
Yeah, Strick's my favorite.
Oh, I hope Guy's not listening to this Nice Guys on Business podcast. Wow.
Well, I know that Guy will never listen to your podcast, so I don't have to worry about that.
Well, I happen to know Guy's phone number.
In October. His birthday is like 4 days away from my birthday, so we're very much alike. And I'm sorry, he's my favorite.
Wow, that is awesome that you were able to share that. Is it just because of the birthday thing, or is there any other Freud thing going on?
No, it's not just because of the birthday thing. His birthday's before mine, so he got a lot more attention than I did when he was growing up. I mean, as far as birthdays go, so that wasn't a particular plus, but yeah, it makes him a Libra and I'm a Libra, and we just think alike.
All right. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. And I wish I knew ahead of time that you were going to be here calling in today, because I would have thought of many, many excellent questions to ask you that would have put Strickland on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. I'll be picking you up tomorrow. Now but
Strickland Bonner getting the favorite nod from Mom. That is awesome. I don't know your brother Guy, right? That's his name.
Yeah. I don't think you've ever met him.
Well, I have, because he was for a short period of time. Wasn't he a DJ through the agency?
Mm-mm.
What did he do with the agency? He did something, because I've seen him there a couple times. Did he work in the office at all for a short period?
My dad did. My dad worked in the office.
I know Bill did, but I wasn't sure if I know I've met your brother a couple of times.
No, it could be, maybe
way early, and it wasn't at South Lawn or Park Lawn. It was at the Rothgeb.
Oh, it could be. I don't remember. It's possible. Maybe he was coming to visit or something. I don't even remember.
I don't know. Interesting.
But hey,
anyway,
that's a first. After 1,500 episodes, my mom has been on the show now.
I think my mom actually has been on the show once or twice as well.
Yes, numerous times. She's cursed on the show, actually. Yeah.
That's not unusual from.
No,
hey, look,
exactly.
My mom's 91. She's leaving nothing on the table at this point. Anyway, we were talking about NVIDIA stock. So let me go back to my account here. So I used my May credit and my June credit. I put $100 into NVIDIA, and I'm already up 15%. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's the only one of the 5 or 6 stocks that I bought.
Yeah, dude, you're up 15% already, because I've got my $50 sitting in here that I didn't invest at the beginning of the month, and it's already the 12th of the month. I had purchased NVIDIA before. You know what? I'm just going to buy more NVIDIA right now, because I don't want to think about it. It's too much work. How do I buy
if you're
more?
in our community and you are either playing along or you want to start playing along, all you do is just put in. None of what we're talking about is investment advice. This is just a game, and we are using actual money. This is not Monopoly money, but we're not advising you what to buy. We're just telling you what we are buying. And I think that through the course of the year, I think did we start in February?
I think that sounds right.
April, May, June. I think we're 5 or 6 months of doing this. So my $300, I believe, is somewhere around $189 at this point, which is really unusual, because if you looked at my overall, I'd been playing this game on my own before you came along. I have $2,800 invested in Robinhood. Overall, lifetime, I am up all time. I'm up 28.36%. So I'm doing something right, but not in the last 6 months.
Not in the last 6 months.
No, definitely not.
So I am at, my total right now is at 227.70. The problem is I can't remember how many times I put $50 in. So should I be at 200 or 250? I think I should be at 250, which means I'm down because of that whole Pixelworks thing.
that could be the
I think my well, here, let's pull up Pixelworks like a lifetime. Here we go. Yeah. My total market value of Pixelworks is $46.92, but I invested $100 in it. So I'm down 50%.
Man, that was such a good stock right out of the gate for you.
Seemed like it. Yeah, I was up like 40% or something within the first month or so, but shit happens.
But Pixelworks is not Pixel, is it?
No, not Pixar. No,
it's Pixar. Not like that's what it is. Pixar. Okay, yeah. I got it. Hey, we got a bunch of voicemails that we should probably get to. I don't know if any of those have made it to you. I'm sure Ashley did her job, but I don't know if I or you did our jobs.
Yeah. You need to give me screen sharing ability.
Okay, let's go in here. Oops. Sorry, I just muted you. Just unmute yourself. I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. That's a good
trying
button.
To give me screen ability, and like instead you mute me. Yeah,
I like that button. That's a good button. Mute Strickland.
Okay, we'll share that, and we'll share sound, and we'll do this, and we'll do
carry
that.
the T, carry
the T. Move the little abacus thing over to the side there. Yeah. Okay, playback shouldn't be in it. Well, no, I don't know. Maybe it should.
I don't know.
Now I'm curious. I think playback in headphones means you'll hear it, but maybe I won't. Oh. Okay, here, let's take a listen. I'm going to just go ahead and hit go, and let's see what happens.
Most days they take their meds.
What? Wait a minute.
This is not one of those days.
Hold on.
Okay, good. Well, that's good because I'm not hearing it either. So
just so you know, you're playing an intro to the show. You're not playing the theme song.
Oh, so okay. Well, you are hearing something then.
Yes, I was trying to give you a thumb. Okay, I couldn't. So you weren't asking the right question. You were asking,
thumbs
are you
down? No. I was asking the right question. You were answering the wrong question. I said, "Are you hearing anything?" And you said, "Thumbs down." So the question was, "Are you hearing anything?" It wasn't, "Am I playing the right fucking song?" That's a different question.
There wasn't the right question that was asked. Is what I was trying to get to. What I was trying to signal you.
Oh, I see. You gave the right answer, but I asked the wrong question before you answered. Oh, thank you for clarifying that. I'm so glad I understand now that I asked the wrong question because you were ready to answer it. Okay, my fault.
I got confused. It got lost in the lights. It was the sun was in my eyes.
Okay, well, wait a minute.
What was so funny about that is, how should I answer? So if I really was smart, I mean, super smart, the answer would have been the answer to the question that you gave me. I asked, but you know me, I'm trying to tell a story already in my head, and I'm trying to tell a story. Hey, it's not that I can't hear, but I'm hearing the wrong thing. So really, I was hoping the question was going to be, am I playing the right thing?
Right. And you're magic 8-balling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can do this because I got like this might like cut in and out in my ear a little, but at least I'll be able to hear it. So let's just give it a shot. I'm going to have the one thing in my ear so I can hear.
Okay, all right, go ahead. I'll ask my question in a moment.
So let's clarify. Doug clearly has something to say, okay? But instead of saying it now, he's like, well, he expects me to interrupt after the music anyway, so I might as well just fucking wait to interrupt. And so now I know what I'm going to interrupt with when the music ends, right?
Well, I could just ask the question now, but I have to think of another question to ask in between the theme song and the first voicemail. So I'll hold my question until after, if I can even remember it anymore.
Well, I was going to say, I hope you don't forget it in the 27 seconds between now and the time that the music ends.
Mm-hmm.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
So the answer to the question that I'm going to ask you right now may be within the voicemails that are about to come, because last week we talked about, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago now, we talked about what are we going to do with the theme song? Remember, we talked about like, oh, what are we supposed to do? And then Erica, sorry, Erica had the most amazing suggestion. And I didn't know if we have taken, I know it would be a little bit of like work, but did you take any action on what she had created as or shared as the resolution?
No.
Okay.
I was gone all weekend. It's been busy. I do think it is an absolutely brilliant idea. And I totally want to do it. And I will reach back out to the band and see if they could re-record it for us. If the lead singer is, still alive or has a voice or anything. But if not, maybe they've got a new lead singer and somebody else could sing it. Cause I love this idea very much.
I don't mean to bring this episode back full circle, but if the original singer is not addicted to drugs, nor has been convicted of a gun crime, then maybe they would be able to spend some time in a non-election year to re-record for us. All of those things. It's kind of like it's the perfect storm of things needing to collide together in order for it to happen correctly.
So complicated.
A lot of complications. Okay. All right. I am ready.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Doug, it's Jared here. So you guys are talking about DoorDash and the fees and all that good stuff. So yes, there's a DoorDash delivery fee, surcharge. And then, I can't speak for everywhere. I'm assuming it's the same everywhere. But when you order food through the DoorDash app and you order, let's say you get Taco Bell, I can't remember if that was one of them, but when you order it, your prices through them are actually more expensive than they are if you just go up to the window and buy it. So yes, you do pay more for the food and you pay delivery fees. And then if you do the monthly thing, you can get, I think it's free or reduced delivery charges or something like that. So I don't use it much. And a big part of it is because I'm not so damn lazy that I can't drive down and pick up my food, with very, very few exceptions to that. But anyways, that's, just wanted to let you know that at least in some areas, that is the case. They charge you delivery fee and they charge you the service fee on top of every item you buy. All right, fellas. Appreciate you and, love the show. See you guys. Oh, hey, by the way, Tim. Yes, you, Tim. The voicemail about the merch. Love the merch. Beautiful. Awesome. Go get merch, everybody. Support these guys. Don't let that go to your head, Doug and Tim and Strick. I don't want you guys getting big heads on me now. You got to keep you down on the earth with me or in the gutter. All right, guys. Appreciate you. And Tim, great work. See you guys.
So, a couple of things that I got from that. I did not realize that DoorDash has a different pricing structure than I thought. DoorDash just takes a fee from the venue or the establishment that it delivers for as a convenience to not only the customer, but as a convenience to the store to get more business. So I thought they took a fee, but I'm looking at online. It says DoorDash charges a service fee for every order, which typically ranges from 10 to 15% of the subtotal, starting at 60 cents and increasing based upon the order subtotal, and a delivery fee can vary between $2 and $6. And then you tip on top of that, right? Because normally wouldn't that be the case?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're a good guy, you want to tip on top of that. Yeah.
Well, you don't want to just pay the delivery fee. I would think that you would at least a couple dollars.
100%.
I don't know how much of it does the delivery person get all of the delivery fee?
No, I doubt that very seriously. I'm guessing he gets all of the tip, but probably not all of the delivery fee. I wouldn't doubt it.
All right. So if somebody is bringing, let's say that I go to the local Thai food place that's in my neighborhood that's a 5-minute drive, and I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to get out of my pajamas. I want somebody to deliver it to me.
Mm-hmm.
The guy is only going to make like $3 plus the tip, $6 to deliver it. It just doesn't seem like it's enough money to make it worth the gas money to do it.
Why do you think that they're driving and delivering food? They need to make the money. Most people don't do it because they love delivering delicious food to people at their doors.
Could you work at Trader Joe's? Where would you like to work if you were going to work an hourly
always back
gig?
to Trader Joe's.
Because I think of all the places I keep coming back to, it's like I could see myself working at Trader Joe's. I
could work at Trader Joe's. Yeah.
You could do that. Now, would you be able to put up with the customers or the management? Because I feel like I could easily handle both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
You do? You feel like you can handle that?
From what I know of Trader Joe's, yeah, you sound like Nigel Tufnell in Spinal Tap.
What's he say?
So, what would you do? Like if you weren't playing rock and roll? Oh, I could I think I could work at a haberdashery, right? Like hats, I think that would be fun. Yeah, I like that hats. Excuse me, would you like brown or would you like black? What color hat would you like? And he says, well, would you really be happy doing that? He says, I know. What are the hours?
Well, JJ says it best. I think she said, you like the idea of working at Trader Joe's for
Right,
about
that's
2
it.
minutes. You'd handle it. You'd say after like 2 commutes down there, because it's 20 or 25 minutes away. She's like, you'd hate it. You'd go there. You'd like the people, but you'd only want to do the things that you want to do. And that's not how it
Right.
works when you work for somebody else. You do whatever they tell you to do. I'm like, is that everybody that has a job? You have to do that. So is it?
God
Is
forbid.
everybody? So everybody that has a boss, do they have to do what their boss says?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, where is the independent thinking? Where is the innovation? Where is the creativity in listening to somebody else?
That's in entrepreneurship, not in working a job.
So let me get this right. So if you go to work at a store and the store says your job is to do stock, and then you say, well, I don't want to do stock, I want to talk to the customers, they have the right to say, well, that's not what you're hired for. We don't want you here anymore. They could fire me for not wanting to do the job that they want me to do.
They could. I mean, they could be polite and nice and say, oh, well, thank you for letting us know. Let's see what we can do about getting you working with customers more. Or they could just tell you to fuck off and stop.
Well, yeah, because I just think about how we deal with our team. And it's like, look, if we see somebody that's not doing what we think is an exemplary job, we first find out, are they happy doing that job? Because if that's what they want to do, and they're not doing it well, that's one thing. If that's not what they want to do, but they want to do something else that they're not doing at all, that's probably why they're not doing well at the job that they don't want to be doing.
Well, we're good employers. And by the way, we have 5 more voicemails.
Oh, sorry.
And
Okay.
I got an appointment at Walmart in 11 minutes.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that we had a hard stop. I did not realize.
You got guests coming.
I know.
figured you had a hard stop.
I do, but that's fine. Okay, I'm good. Sorry, I didn't realize that we were actually gunning for. Sorry, I don't mean to bring that reference back.
We're gunning for that, but it's okay because I lied on the application, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I, for one, am not the hunter of the group. Sorry, Strickland. It's a little sensitive.
Let's get to the next voicemail.
Hey, Doug, it's Rick Dirt here. Voicemail number 2. Okay. All right, Doug, you win. I said lazy. I shouldn't have said that.
Lazy.
You're right, for convenience sake. And by the time you throw your pants on,
I don't remember this.
And pay for the gas to even start your car, yeah, it might be worth just paying somebody to deliver it. So the sake of ease and how quickly it can get to you, yeah, I can get behind that. I'm just too much of a cheap ass. I just figured I should clarify and correct my statement. All right, fellas, appreciate you guys, and keep them coming. Keep me laughing. See you guys.
Lazy, I guess, was referencing the picking up food or DoorDash.
I was gonna say I don't know exactly what he was even referring to. Normally, I can catch on based upon him saying, you guys are talking about XYZ PDQ, and then he'll go and explain what we're talking about. Yeah. In that particular case, somewhere in the explanation, I didn't quite follow what he was referring to.
Yeah, context clues. I think it was DoorDash, but let's move on to the next because we've got 9 minutes left.
Okay.
Hey, Doug, it's Rick Jared here. Voicemail number 3. So you guys are talking about the whole lighter shenanigans. So do I feel a new nice guys business venture coming on? I mean, you guys broke this down really well. I think we got a whole new idea here. So surefire way to make some money.
Scam.
I love it.
Oh shit. Anyways, guys, that cracked me up, but I mean, that's some business advice right there, even if it's not some business advice you probably thought you were going to be given today. Enjoying the show today, fellas. Appreciate you guys, and keep up the good work. Or keep up the work. I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't figured it out yet. It's only been how many years now?
It's going to take us a while.
Okay, fellas.
So I got an idea, Doug. I think what we need to do is on the merch store, right?
Yeah.
We got the shirt, right?
Yeah.
We'll shine a really bright light on it, and we'll say, you can buy the electric light up version of the Nice Guy shirt for only $49.95. And then when they get it and they're like, it doesn't light up. No, really? I'm sorry. We're happy to offer you 20% off, so it'll only be $39.95. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, and if they do complain again, we could say, no problem, we'll just refund you the money, and let's see how the numbers work in that case. I for some reason, I think that there's probably going to be some who regulates commerce? Who would that be? Like
the Federal Trade Commission?
Yeah, I think we would probably be violating some Federal Trade Commission guidelines or something by scam. I don't understand how the scamming thing is even. If you go to that website now, are they still selling the electric lighter?
As far as I can tell, I haven't looked in a long time, but I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We
Well,
ready?
Jared, we're going to pause on that idea until Strick and I can take a moment and investigate it further.
Yeah. It's not that we care if it's illegal. It's that we got to figure out the best way not to get caught. That's the problem.
Right. It's not like we're afraid to break the law. We're afraid of being caught breaking the law.
Exactly. We're not afraid to break the law. We're just afraid to pay the price if we get caught. Right.
I hate that consequences word. That is the challenge for me.
Hey, Doug, it's Rick. Jared here. Voicemail number 4. Wow. Talking about, I just played my original voicemail. I got to admit, I got excited to hear it because it's been so fucking long ago. I couldn't remember what I said. And I'm like, what kind of stupid shit was I saying back then? Oh man, that was good to hear. That was cool. I think it's awesome that you guys found it and were able to play it like that. So thank you very much. Tim, they played your voicemail too. Thank you for the kind words and the shout out about the voicemail and being the OG on voicemails, especially for
he's in a bad spot.
Amount of calls and consistency. So all right, I appreciate you guys and can't wait to hear the rest of it. And whole 4 voicemails already from me. Oh yeah, one more quick thing. Strick, you mentioned my protocol. So voicemail number or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's only when I call twice or more. First one, I just say it's me. Right. Next one, then I start number them just to make it easy on you guys.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
And honestly, it's funny because it just came about from listening to you guys, listen to my messages half the time out of order. So you're like, what the fuck? All right, fellas. Appreciate you and take care. Bye.
I have a logistics question. How do the voicemails get named? Like I see VM1, VM2. Who's naming them? You or Ashley?
Must be Ashley. I'm not naming them.
So it's just because of Ashley's sheer talent. She doesn't listen to the show, I don't think, and I don't know that she even is aware that there is an importance to the order of the voicemails, but we seem to get it right every week. I'm assuming it's because she is listening to them and then placing them in the correct order as they were received into the voicemail folder and naming them as such.
Well, she could be naming them in chronological order of when they came in.
That is true.
I'm sure the date is on the file.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure how these things work. And I also assume that maybe part of the 15 hours that she works for us every week, she's spending about 8 of those hours just organizing the voicemails.
On these voicemails, right. Which is money well spent.
That's true. I was going to say just the opposite. It's not that it's not money well spent, but it's like, shouldn't she be doing, the more that we can put people in a position to be creating money, revenue creating responsibilities is better for us. And we should give the non-money generating tasks to someone that is not quite as high powered as Ashley, maybe.
Well, I need to go into the shared folder every week and get these. I mean, I could just go into your voicemail and get them if you tell me how. I got to download them anyway.
You're welcome to do that. I guess we could do
talk
that.
About that after.
Yeah, that's good. Wow. We're talking about changing an entire system, Strickland. We've been doing it this way for years. Okay. Next voicemail.
Okay.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Jared here. Voicemail number
5.
1.
Wow.
2, 3,
He's got to count them.
5? Yeah,
wow.
I think it's 5. Who knows? I lose count, especially when it gets that high. Couple things. My voicemail from last week where you said I sounded like I was stoned. No, I just was up extremely early because I had to take my puppy in to have surgery on one of her teeth. She broke a tooth, had to have it removed surgically. Yay, fun for me. And the rest of us and the poor baby. Second, as I stated in my voicemail, I wanted to wait and hear what some of the other Funkin' fans had to say if anybody bothered calling about the voicemail song. And I'm so glad I did. Erica, love the idea. Fantastic. Strick, make it happen because I know you got the magic to do it. Oh my gosh. perfect. Anything I was thinking wasn't near that good, and I think I actually loved it. So, if you can make it happen, I'm full go behind that one. I think it, accomplishes a lot with very, very minor changes. And that's terrific. So, man, I can't even bash you guys now. I'm at the end of the episode. I finished it, and I held this final call until the end rather than making it, because I knew the way I was headed, you'd end up with 16 voicemails just for me. So aren't you proud of me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Love the show. And, really enjoyed this one. Thanks, fellas.
I want to clarify. Did Jared just say that we should be proud of him for compiling his voicemails on his 5th voicemail? Is that what he was just saying?
I don't know. I have about a 3 voicemail limit right, for anyone. Not that Jared is not an integral component of the podcast, but after 3 voicemails, I just kind of went into some other space. I was organizing some notes from the conference that we just came back from. I was doing some other things.
Agreed.
I am full go. Whatever Jared said. If Jared said he is approving the new voicemail theme song, sight unseen or sound unseen, then I am totally on board with that.
Got it.
Based upon the suggestion that Erica made.
Ready for the last one? Do you think it's from Jared?
I mean, if you flip a coin 5 times and it comes up tails each of the 5 times, what is the percentage that it will come up tails the 6th time?
50%.
Exactly. So I'm going to go.
Well, we haven't heard from
50.
Sally.
We have not. We haven't heard from
Sally's
Sally
been
or
calling every
Emily
week.
or Erica. All of those. I mean, okay. Can I ask Magic 8 Ball a question here?
Yeah. Okay. It's 6:00 straight up, and we still haven't had to record.
Okay.
But okay, if you really want.
Okay. Let me just ask Magic 8 Ball just a real quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this final voicemail from Jared?
Okay. Is this final voicemail from Jared? Here we go. Magic 8 Ball.
Does Strickland have to put gas in his Tesla?
No.
Well, then I guess that's a hell no, then, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
Well, hell no. That's what Magic 8 Ball says.
Well, I'm going to rely upon Magic 8 Ball to tell us the truth. Magic 8 Ball, what say ye? You say no. You say nay. Let's see what the answer is.
Okay.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here.
There goes Erica.
Voicemail number 1 this week.
Voicemail.
First off, thanks for the shout out, and I'm glad you love my consultation 2 cents advice on the lyric change.
Thank you, Sally.
And that's piece number 1 of this voicemail. The second is Doug asked a question about does anybody in the community know how to monetize on social media, especially with all his followers. I am certainly on the 3H thing. I am no hacker. However, I do know this. All you would really need to do on that Mustang group of followers, get Tennessee Tim to set you up a merch store. I mean, can you imagine with all of your followers, even if you had 10% of them buy a mug or a t-shirt or something, you'd make some cash. So that's it. That's my 2 cents for this time. And if I think of anything else, I'll give you a call back. Love you guys. Love the show. Bye.
You know, I accidentally didn't call Erica Sally. I meant to call Erica Lucy because she said 2 cents, and when she said 2 cents, I was thinking that she was referring to
Charlie Brown Lucy.
Charlie Brown Lucy. Yeah, exactly. Way to go. Thank you for pulling that.
That was a long fucking way to go.
That was a long way to go. But I was not calling Erica Sally. We oftentimes will call Erica Emily because of the E thing. So sorry, Erica. I didn't mean to accidentally call you Sally. Also, I meant to call you Lucy because of your 2 cent rule, but it's actually the 5 cent cost for psychiatrist visits. Wow.
Thank you for explaining that a second time. Because it was a really long way to go, and I'm guessing at least half of our listeners still have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine because they're all too young. All right, we have done enough today. I think we've done enough. It's been a really long week for both of us, and
I agree.
Strickland is he's tired. And
my mom's coming in tomorrow, so I got to clean up.
Okay, go do your thing. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.